We supply who buy. Walk in your trap and take over your drop. Walk in your trap and take over your drop.
What's going on, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the podcast. I'm Nick, and this is Ballin in the Blitz. Week 2 of the NFL is officially here. And week 1 had nothing but bangers. The NFL knew exactly what they were doing, man. They set up week 1 so perfect. We had rival games like Cincinnati and the Steelers going down to a nail-biter in overtime. We got to see the Colts in Houston. First tie of the season. Crazy, right? Already a tie, and it's only week 1. We got to see Baker Mayfield roll up in there and play his old team, the Cleveland Browns. And then we finally got to see Russell Wilson and his new team. All that hype, talking about, let's ride. He went up in there and played his old team, the Seattle Seahawks. And I don't think they rode out there too happy because they were not able to get it done.
Broncos.
Let's ride.
Perfect. One more time. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
But yeah, man, week 1 was really good. Week 2 just going to get better, right? We're going to kick off the first game. I know we already have an outcome to this game. It's the Chargers versus the Chiefs. It kicked off Thursday night. Now, if I had to pick a team to win on this one before the game started, I would have rolled with the Chargers. Now, I know they lost 24-27, but there's a reason why. I really like Herbert. I feel like he's improving, but the main reason why is because I feel like the defense looks good. They looked good in week 1, and just during the offseason, they were able to go out and grab some guys. I mean, they grabbed Khalil Mack. They got J.C. Jackson over there. Derwin James is back. Joey Bosa's on the edge. I just thought they were going to be all over Patrick Mahomes during this game, and they were. They gave him hell in the first half. Second half, he was able to get out there. Patrick Mahomes did his thing in the second half, and they were able to win that game. Now, the pick six really did help Kansas City Chiefs and put them back in that game, and I think it might have been a different outcome if it wasn't for that pick six. I don't know what happened there. Miscommunication between Herbert and the tight end. Tight end looked tired, trying to come out the game. He tried to cut in, went and cut out, interception. And it didn't help as well with Herbert getting hit like that. I don't know exactly what happened to his ribs, but I want to say after the game they said it was fractured ribs. Not sure, but I know they said they're going to take it day by day with him until his next game. But it sucks, man. I wanted to see Herbert go in there and get it done, but no, could not make it happen. Chiefs end up winning that one. They are 2-0 now. But I know y'all seen Derwin James pick that man Travis Kelce up and body slam him.
All popped up. So that's why they're going to call him down. He lifts him up. That's a big man. Throws him down. And now the Chiefs want to go tempo.
What are you doing, Derwin James? This ain't Monday Night Raw. Come on, man. But Derwin James is a dog. Before we go into these games tomorrow, these Sunday games, I just want to appreciate all the new subscribers. Everyone showing love to the channel. I put out some new clips, some new shorts. Y'all go check that out. One of the clips, y'all got me up to 36K views. Let's go. The clip is Deontay Johnson talking about the best safety in the league, Minkah Fitzpatrick. There is a debate there, right? So y'all go in that comment section. Y'all go check out the video and go in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. Who's the best safety in the league? Y'all go down there and comment and tell me who y'all think it is. I hear a lot of Derwin James, Justin Simmons. There's names being thrown around all in there. Y'all go put y'all's comment in and tell me what y'all think. First game of Sunday, we got Miami and the Ravens, right? This is a good game, actually, because we got Tua versus Lamar Jackson. Both good quarterbacks. Both did good week 1. Tua played good. He's got Waddle. He's got a really good receiver core. Definitely better than Lamar Jackson's receiving core, right? He's got Waddle. He's got Tyreek now. He almost had Tyreek over 100 yards his first game with him. Yeah, man, they looked good against the Patriots, and the Patriots were supposed to go in there with a really good defense. I didn't see that. Not only that, but the Miami's defense did look good against Mac Jones. They were able to contain him. They were able to pick him off. Altogether, Miami looks good week 1. It's only week 1. We don't know a whole lot about them, but definitely look good. This is definitely going to be a good game. Otherwise than that, Ravens did look good as well. I mean, defense showed out. They did play the Jets, but Lamar Jackson threw for 3 touchdowns. He did throw an interception at the end, but he threw a touchdown. He didn't run. Everyone's talking about he running back. He threw for 3 touchdowns. I'm rooting for this dude, Lamar Jackson. I know he's in our division, but I'm rooting for him. I hope he gets paid. I hope he gets it done. I'm going to have to roll with Lamar Jackson. Not just because I'm rooting for him altogether this season. I just feel like they're in Baltimore. I just think he's going to be able to get this done against Miami. I don't know a whole lot about Miami yet. I seen they played the Patriots, and they played good, but that's not enough. I need to see more, and I'm going to have to roll with the more experienced team of who I've seen, make it to the playoffs and consistently win games, have winning seasons back-to-back. I know what Lamar Jackson can do. I know what he's capable of. I think he's going to get it done. Next game, the New York Jets versus Cleveland Browns. Like I said, New York Jets is the New York Jets. I haven't seen nothing yet. I know they did good in the draft. They went and grabbed Sauce. I just don't think that's enough. They lost their first game, and I don't know if Zach Wilson's coming back yet. I'm not sure. I want to say he said he's coming back week 3, week 4. So if that's the case, and they got Joe Flacco out there still, oh no. I don't see them getting the dub. I'm going to have to roll with the Cleveland Browns. And Cleveland Browns, they're technically a sleeper, right? Because everyone was jumping on the bandwagon with Cleveland Browns for the last 2 or 3 years. But now all of a sudden, since they picked up Deshaun Watson, he got suspended. And everybody's just kind of sleeping on the Browns, counting them out. They're a good team. They got a good run game. They got an offensive line. They got Nick Chubb still, Kareem Hunt. The defense is really good. Myles Garrett, one of the best defenders, one of the best guys to do it. You know what I mean? Like, between him and TJ and Aaron Donald, they're right neck to neck. But, yeah, defense is good. I know they got some injuries. I don't know if Greedy Williams is coming back yet, but I think the Browns will get it done. New York Jets is New York Jets. Next game, Washington versus Detroit. I don't know a lot about Washington. I know they still got, what's the name? I always forget his name, Carson Wentz. I know they got Carson Wentz over there. He had a decent game when he went and played Jacksonville, but it's Jacksonville. He had 313 yards, threw for 4 touchdowns. So, I mean, he also threw 2 picks. So, I don't know too much about Washington. I haven't been paying attention to Washington. They never really been in the conversation of who's a really good elite team. They got Carson Wentz, though, and they're going up against Detroit Lions, and they got Jared Goff now. So, they both got 2 new quarterbacks. Jared Goff, he was able to put his team back in this game when they played the Eagles. I was surprised. They were technically kind of getting blown out against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts was putting it on them. Then they started to come back. They did still lose the game, but they are in Detroit. I think Detroit gets it done. At first, my first pick was Washington, but I think Detroit's going to get it done. The way I've seen them come back against the Eagles, I think they're going to be able to play a whole lot better. I think they're starting to figure themselves out. They finally got a pretty good quarterback. Jared Goff, he isn't the best, but he will get it done. He's one of those guys like Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, he's just enough to get you by. Next game, the Colts versus the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, he played pretty good too last week. I don't know what to feel about this whole run game. ETN's finally back. He did okay. He was kind of dropping passes, though. Robinson is a dog. He's doing his thing. Trevor Lawrence had an okay game, but he still lost. The Colts, on the other hand, they do have Matt Ryan now. Matt Ryan went off. I want to say Matt Ryan had 352 yards. He only threw for 1 touchdown. He did throw a pick, but 352 yards for the first game with the new team like that, pretty good. His main receiver is Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman is now out. He's officially out of that game. He's injured. I can't remember what the injury was, but he's not in there, and that's going to hurt the Colts. Now, they do have the run game still. Jonathan Taylor is a dog. 161 yards last week. Did get a touchdown for 31 carries. They put that boy to work, right? But they're going into Jacksonville. I want to roll with Jacksonville, but I can't bet against Matt Ryan. I know they tied with Houston, and Houston is supposed to be like one of the top 10 worst teams. But Houston is not a bad team. They're getting better. So, but I still got to go with the Colts. I think they're going to be able to beat Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence, it's his second year, and he's still just trying to get a feel for everything. Week 1 was last year was pretty rough for Trevor Lawrence, and it's week 2 only. If he loses this game, it's okay. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to come out to be a really good quarterback as long as they get this team right. Offensive line is struggling. They just got to get ETN more involved. Need some more receivers too, man. Next game, the Buccaneers versus the Saints. Oh, that's a good game. That's the best. So far, this is the best game going down the list. Bucs versus the Saints is a good one because the rivalry is always there. They play tough against each other. Both have really good defenses. The only difference is they got Tom Brady, right? And Saints, they ain't got that boy Drew Brees anymore. They got a man named Jameson Winston. I don't know how to feel about Jameson Winston because he sometimes plays good, and then he sometimes doesn't play good. He's not consistent enough. He's out there throwing for almost 400 yards one game, and the next game he's throwing for 4 or 5 picks. He led the league, what was it, last year or the year before? He led the league with the most passing yards, but then also led the league with the most interceptions. So I don't know how to feel about him, but they both have really good defense. It's going to be a defensive game. The Saints always come out on top when they play the Buccaneers. They always do. They are in New Orleans. I'm going to have to go with the Saints. They got Tom Brady's number. Ever since Tom Brady went to the Bucs, they know how to beat the Bucs and Tom Brady. So I think the Saints are going to be able to get that done. Their defense is too good. Just too good. He's going to struggle. They ain't the Cowboys, right? Tom Brady, he kind of sort of struggled a little bit in the beginning against the Cowboys, but the Saints are a whole lot better of a team. That's a sleeper team. Y'all got to watch out for the Saints. Carolina Panthers versus New York Giants. I don't know how New York Giants got that done. Tennessee missed the field goal and they were able to win last week, but they were able to hang in there and make it a close game for them to force them to have to kick that field goal and win it. But they missed it. New York Giants won. Carolina, they got Baker Mayfield over there. He did not get it done against his old team, the Browns. I don't know, man. This is another good game because you don't know exactly what you're going to get from these two teams. Danny Dimes is out there. He's had a rough start so far. A lot of people want him out of New York. I don't know so much about New York. I haven't been paying attention. That's another team I really haven't paid attention to. Carolina has some receivers. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson went off last week as well. They are playing in New York. But I think the Panthers are going to be able to get this done against New York. New York has not showed me enough that they can beat a team like the Panthers. The Panthers are just loaded with some guys, right? They got Christian McCaffrey. Like I said, they got receivers like DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. And Baker Mayfield, I think he's going to come off of this loss going against, when he played Cleveland last week. And he's going to take this one in and try to get a dub on the road. He'll get it done. He'll get it done for sure. Patriots versus the Steelers. That's my game. Y'all go check out the video that I already uploaded a couple days ago, the preview of the game before we go and play them. We are playing in Heinz Field. You know who I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the Steelers. Let's go. Patriots just didn't look good at all last week. Defense didn't show up. They're supposed to be, top 5 defense. They didn't show up. Mac Jones looked horrible. They don't have their offensive coordinator, what's his name? Josh McDaniels. They don't have Josh McDaniels anymore, and that's going to hurt them on offense big time. And I've already talked about this. Like I said, y'all go check out the video. I've talked plenty about this. Main thing I got to say about the Steelers is they got a man named Brian Flores. Now, if y'all don't know about Brian Flores, he came from the Patriots. I think he spent a total of, what was it, 12 years there? So he knows all of Bill Belichick's schemes. He was he was a linebacker coach over there. He played a big role in their defense. So he knows a lot about Bill Belichick. So I think that's going to be a big key. Big thing to look out for when they go and play the Steelers is that they got that man Brian Flores. Now Steelers got some dogs too, man. Another guy I want to point out. Y'all mark my words. That boy George Pickens gonna go off this game. He didn't have a good game last week. He only got targeted like once or twice. But he's gonna have a game. He's gonna have a game this week. Mr. Trubisky gonna get him that ball. But yeah. Next game, Atlanta Falcons versus the Rams. I don't know how to feel about Atlanta either. They took an L last week. And so did the Rams. They are playing in L.A. Matthew Stafford had a horrible game. What was it, like 3 interceptions last week against the Bills? But Atlanta is like Atlanta. What was it? I think it's Marcus Mariota still over there with them. I don't know, bro. They need to go and throw Desmond Ridder in there. I mean, they drafted this guy, and I wouldn't trust Marcus Mariota. He's been in the league too long, and he just hasn't done a whole lot lately. But yeah, throw that man Desmond Ridder in there. He could probably get it done for them. They got some receivers too. But I think since they're in LA and LA just came off a loss, this is the Super Bowl champs last year. LA Rams will get it done. He's going to bounce back. Matthew Stafford, he will bounce back this game just because he had a horrible game last week. He's going to bounce back, and they'll get it done. Defense will play really good too. Jalen Ramsey, last week had a horrible start. Stephon Diggs was cooking him, so he's going to take this one to the heart, and he's going to get this dub at home. Next game, Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco Niners, right? Seattle looked good. That's another sleeper team that did not expect their defense to look that good. They were like shutting Russell Wilson and them down in the end zone every time. He could not get in the end zone. Every time they got to the red zone, shut down. It was like 4 or 5 times they stopped him in there. They look way better. Geno too, man. Geno's putting that team on his back. He's playing really, really comfortable. Not only that, he's protecting the ball, right? No interceptions, no fumbles, not turning the ball over at all, right? Protecting the ball. That's the key thing. But Niners got some dogs. They got some dogs. I don't know how to feel about Trey Lance, but I know Debo is a dog, right? So, I don't know. I think the biggest thing in that game is, does Trey Lance have a better game than last week? Last week, you really can't count that. The weather was horrible. They played Chicago. Chicago was able to get it done against them. But the weather was horrible, man. And Trey Lance, I think he's trying to get a hang of this. He didn't really play a lot last year. This is his first official first game where he's the starter. Jimmy Garoppolo is not the starter anymore. And I feel like that's what's going to come down to is, does Trey Lance have a better game than last week? Does Trey Lance start off better? They need to get Debo involved, though. Definitely got to get Debo involved. That's your guy that you need to be going to. But defense is good. I know Kelsey's still out. I think he is. Last time I read something about Kelsey was that he tried to practice and it didn't work out. So I want to say he's still out of that game. That's going to hurt him. But that's why I said get Debo involved. But I got to roll with the Niners. I think Trey Lance will get it done. They're at home. Debo going to do his thing. He's going to have him a game. Next game, the Bengals versus the Cowboys. That sucks for the Cowboys, man. I don't like the Cowboys because I just don't like their fans. They just talk too much. But that sucks, man. As just a fan of the NFL, that sucks because Dak Prescott gets hurt week 1. You lose him the year before with the whole ankle thing. And it's just he's already hurt again with his thumb now. He had surgery. He's suspected to be back in 4 weeks, but that's crazy. I think it was close to breaking his thumb. So I don't know what the injury was exactly, but he had to get surgery. And they're already trying to bring him back in 4 weeks. I don't know, man. But they are in Dallas. The Bengals are a squad that they're going to have to look out for. They are tough, right? They made it to the Super Bowl for a reason last year. Joey Burrow just came off of a horrible game against the Steelers, throwing all those interceptions. So he's going to look for some revenge. He's going to want something. He tastes blood right now. So they're going to roll up in Dallas and try to beat these guys out without Dak Prescott, and they're going to get it done. I'm going to have to roll with Cincinnati just because Dallas doesn't have their quarterback. It's tough, though, man. It sucks. Next game, Texans versus the Broncos. Texans, they look good, too. They got the tie last week. Already a tie. They look good. But the Broncos, they're trying to figure this out still. I mean, I'm not counting the Broncos out yet just because they lost, just because they didn't look as good as what everybody thought they would. I'm not counting them out. Judy is a dog. He got his touchdown already. It was like a 60-something yard touchdown. He's getting that connection. He's getting to feel that connection with Russell Wilson. They also got Sutton. He's a dog as well. They got some receivers, right? They got a run game. Dude can run the ball. Just Russell Wilson. That's all that counts. Russell Wilson's got to get it done. He's got to get in that end zone. He's got to be able to score and put points on the board. But Davis Mills looked good too. For Houston, he looked better than I thought. I kind of counted him out last year. He was starting to build up a little bit and do a whole lot, but I was not really watching him. I was like, whatever. He's a fluke. That hype's gonna die out eventually. But they are in Denver, so I think Russell Wilson and them, they will get this done. They are at home, so I think Russell Wilson is going to be able to get this win against Houston. But Houston's going to put up a fight. It's going to be a close game. Next game, we got the Cardinals versus the Raiders. Another good one, another quarterback battle. We got Derek Carr versus Kyler Murray. Derek Carr he's just not consistent enough. I hate to talk bad about Derek Carr because I like him as a player. He's a good dude. He seems like a good dude. He can be a baller when he wants to. He's just not consistent enough. Last year he put up some numbers though. It's just there's games where I'm just like, okay, this is not the Derek Carr I seen last week. He has some receivers, and their defense is pretty good. Max Crosby is a dog, so I don't know. I mean, but Kyler Murray and them, they didn't look good either last week. Raiders put up a fight though. They put up a fight against the Chargers, but Kyler Murray, they got stomped on, right? What's the name? Patrick Mahomes put some points up on them. So I don't know. That's gonna be a close game. They are playing in Las Vegas, but I think the Cardinals and them, they're gonna roll up there and get that dub. I think Kyler Murray, he'll get it together. He's got a squad. He needs to get Marquise Brown involved a whole lot more. There's a reason why they went and grabbed him from Baltimore. That's his dude. They played together in college. They need to get him involved. They got to get the run game going a little more with James Conner. James Conner did score a touchdown, but he needs to run the ball more carries. Offensive line's got to open up for him. But yeah, I still think that they're gonna roll up in there into Las Vegas and get the win. Now that one I'm not too sure about. I wanted to roll with the Raiders just now, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what Derek Carr I'm gonna get, so I gotta go with Kyler Murray. Next game, Chicago Bears versus the Packers. This is the Sunday night game. I get it. It's a rivalry. It's always a Sunday night game. They always pick this game for a Sunday night game. I don't know why, because it's Chicago. Is Chicago a good team? Do you consider Chicago a top 10 team in the NFC? I don't. I mean, Justin Fields, he's a good quarterback and all, and he's working it out. He's trying to figure it out. Offensive line sucks, but he's trying to figure it out. They did get the win against San Francisco. That shows a lot for Justin Fields. But it's just like, why Sunday night? Y'all couldn't put a better game. Y'all should have put Buccaneers and the Saints. That's the best game. That's the game to put. Or even Patriots and the Steelers. Not just because I'm a Steelers fan. It's just that's another good game. That game is always good, no matter who's playing. Whether it's Ben or Tom Brady. But I don't know. It is what it is. But Aaron Rodgers took a L last week against the Vikings, so he's mad. You know, he's gonna try to get this dub. They are in Green Bay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Green Bay's gonna get the win. We all know, me and you, that Green Bay, they're gonna get this win. Aaron Rodgers is not taking back-to-back L's. He's at home. You know, he's on there. He's pissed because the receivers were dropping passes. They just looked horrible last week, and I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna force him to get that fix, and Aaron Rodgers is gonna play a whole lot better than last week. On the other hand, Chicago with Justin Fields in them, I think they'll somewhat make it a close game. Not too close, but they'll put up somewhat of a fight just because it's rivalry. You know, when it's a rivalry game like that, division games, they're always close. But they're in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers coming off an L. He's gonna get this win, easy win for him, and it's prime time. Aaron Rodgers don't lose in prime time, only in the playoffs. But yeah, that's all we got for the Sunday games. But going into the Monday games, we got 2 Monday games now. This is a new thing. They got 2 Monday games playing. First game starts at 6 in my time zone. Tennessee versus the Bills. That's a pretty good game. I want to see more of Tannehill, right? Tannehill and Derrick Henry did not show up at all last week. I don't know what was going on with them two. Tannehill showed up at the end of the game, put them in field goal range, missed the field goal, but Tennessee is supposed to be a good team. What happened to the Tannehill that was like, oh man, I had to go through therapy? I feel for the dude. I'm not trying to like dog him or anything, but what happened to that guy? Like, you supposed to be coming back this year fired up then. You had to go to therapy for that playoff loss? Oh, you should be fired up, bro. But they're playing the Bills. Like, Buffalo look good. I mean, everybody's saying the Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. So that's going to be tough for Tennessee to run up in there in Buffalo and get a win on the road. I don't see it happening. I'm going with the Bills. Josh Allen, best quarterback in the league right now. I know I said Patrick Mahomes and then Josh Allen and then Justin Herbert, but I don't know, man. He's fighting for that spot, that number 1 spot between him and Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, just the whole team is all together. The safeties look good. Defense looks really, really good. The receivers, Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis. Now, I did see an injury report this morning that Gabriel Davis has an ankle injury. It sucks because I got him in my fantasy. But I think he comes out and plays. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep him in my lineup, but I think he comes out and plays. They got a good team, man. They got a good team this year. Von Miller is doing a whole lot for that defense. He's just a leader, and he's able to get those guys to play even harder. So they're going to get this win. No doubt about it. They'll beat Tannehill on them. The next Monday night game starts at 7:30. It's got the Vikings versus the Eagles. I won't be watching that one probably. I'll probably be tuning into the Tennessee and Buffalo game instead. But no, I take it back. These ain't the old Eagles and the old Viking teams anymore. I'm sitting here thinking that, like back then you wouldn't want to watch this game. But I forgot. They got Jalen Hurts. They got A.J. Brown. Like, they got a team, bro. What's the Devontae Smith? They got a squad. And Vikings, too. They just beat Green Bay. Cousins played lights out. Jefferson, probably the best receiver in the league so far. He put some numbers up. So, I mean, they're in Philly. So, I think that's going to be a really good game, actually. I might be flipping back and forth. If the Bills start to blow out Tennessee, I got to go into that and watch that Eagles game. Kirk Cousins versus Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts looks way better, too. I mean, the dude put some numbers up, too, last week. He let Detroit come back on him. But they're at home. They're in Philly. So, dang, that's tough, man. I don't know where to go with this one. I'm probably going to have to go. I'm going to lean on the Vikings. I don't know. I don't know if I could trust Jalen Hurts on a Monday night game like that, prime time. I think Kirk, if he continues to play like how he played last week and gets the ball to Jefferson, they're going to get this win. No doubt about it. They'll get this win. But it's going to be a good game. Both Monday night games are going to be really good. I'm excited, man. Week 2, man. It feels good that football is back. Let's go. Yeah, thanks for tuning into the podcast. Y'all don't forget, go and click that subscribe button. Leave a like. By the way, go check out those shorts like I was saying. Go check out those clips that I uploaded, man. Y'all go leave those good in the comment sections, and y'all go tell me who the best safety in the league is. That's it, man. That's all I got for y'all today. Thanks for tuning in again. This is Ballin in the Blitz.
We supply who buy. Walk in your trap and take over your drop. Walk in your trap and take over your drop.